Yo, this is the late night what rapper show, guys. Late night. I'm obviously up in here, dog, with the dogs, as they say, with the dogs, the real dogs and shit. Whitney, Whitney, Whitney. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here late night, bro. 1:22 West Coast time AM, guys. Um, just as it is, guys. You guys know uh it's like that whole saying I say, right? I say, why sleep when you can work, right? Or P Diddy said it. P Diddy said the old saying, right? P Diddy said the saying. What was his saying, man? P Diddy's saying was, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," right? Something to that effect, right? Something to that effect. Well, that's what I'm doing, guys. I try spending my time, just so positive shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do positive shit daily, guys. Um, like this dog right here, right? You guys can see it. She's actually let me see, Whitney. Come over here, Whitney, Whitney, Whitney. This dog right here is a beautiful dog, guys. It's a pit bull mix, right? The story about this dog is pretty damn interesting, right? I found this dog right here when it was like probably like I'll say maybe like 2-3 weeks old or maybe younger. I don't even know, right? But basically, I found this dog right here at a local park, right? It was skinny to the bones, guys. Literally skinny to the bones. It was abandoned and dirty. It looked like someone ran it over, right? Um, I basically saved it, guys. I basically saved this dog. Point being is, it's good to be positive and it's good to do things for others, right? That's why the dog embodies everything about humans, man. You can always save something or treasure it, right? Like obviously now it's full grown and healthy dog, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a full grown healthy dog. Um, but like I said, um, it just sucks when people abandon their animals, man. It sucks when people abandon their animals. I'll tell you something else, right? Usually the way someone treats an animal or people uh the way people treat animals or certain things like that is kind of the way they would treat humans, right? In a sense. So anybody out there trying to abandon dogs, guys, like you guys are pretty much scumbags in this shit, right? Um, but in regards to boxing, guys, in regards to boxing, um, I noticed earlier I was talking about the Jose Cepeda thing, right? Or the fight, right? It'll be an interesting fight, but I'm noticing Top Rank, Top Rank is putting on a shitload of cards, a shit every week. They have something good. And I think they're starting to take over in regards to like just having great cards, great promotion, right? We give uh we give Bob Arum a lot of grief. At least the community, right? Some people claim the guy's a scumbag. Some people claim he's a racist. A lot of shit, a lot of words being thrown towards Bob Arum's way, right? A lot of shit, a lot of as we call it, shade, right? Being thrown to Bob Arum, right? But it is what it is, bro. He's doing the work. He's putting cards. I don't know how old he is. He must be like a million years old at this point, right? It is what it is, though, man. I think Top Rank is right now being probably the top promotional company in these recent weeks, man. I mean, they had Tyson Fury. They had Tyson Fury versus Wilder. Um, they got Teofimo one day when he fights on Top Rank again. That'll be something, right? Obviously this week they got the Jose Cepeda versus Jose Vargas, right? So it is what it is, guys. Shit's out. Shit's just shit. Bob Arum gets too much grief, period, guys. He gets too much grief. Too much grief. For sure, man. For sure he gets too much grief. He gets too much grief, guys. I heard Bob Arum say something interesting though, man. Maybe it probably got lost in some of these videos that happened. Because on the YouTube community, people forget shit real quick, right? They do videos and things gets lost in archive stuff, right? But I heard Bob Arum say that he actually agreed with Canelo on the day of on the day of the fight with Oscar Valdez. Canelo was sitting right by he was sitting right by Bob Arum, right? Canelo was sitting right by Bob Arum ringside, right? And supposedly what he did was he asked Canelo about certain fighters, right? And then Canelo basically approached him and said, "Hey, I want to fight Artur Beterbiev, the Russian, the 175-pound what rapid champion, the 100% KO rate, the 100% KO rate boxer, right? The Russian boxer, guys." Yo, I got it. There's like a cat in my neighborhood, guys. It's out here wilding, and I got 3 dogs out here, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But like I was saying, guys, Whitney, Whitney. So like I was saying, by the way, I got 2 Jack Russell Terriers too and shit. So I got some purebreds in this motherfucker. Got some purebreds up in here, bro. It was like I was saying, guys. I would like to see that Canelo versus Beterbiev fight. I really would. I really would like to see that fight, man. It'd be a classic fight. I want to see what if the power of Canelo can withstand with Beterbiev, man. Whitney, get over here, Whitney. Um, be great to see, man. It'll be something to see, man. You know what I'm saying? I think to me that's the best fight, other than the David Benavidez fight, right? Archer Beterbiev versus Canelo seems like a great fight, action-packed fight, full of action. 2 guys who want to go for the KO. Obviously, recently Canelo, all he does is go for the KO, man, which is makes it exciting, right? Um, how great is it that the pound for pound face of boxing is a guy who wants to go for the KO, right? How great is that, guys? How great is that shit, right? Back in the day, it wasn't that way, guys. I mean, we went through Floyd Mayweather era, right, which was more of promotion, more of like making fights happen, right, or promoting fights. But we knew that there was not going to be no KO. We knew it was going 12 rounds. Um, so the thing about the Mayweather era is mostly just promotion and promoting the fight well, right? Getting people excited was most of it because the fights for the most part, although we know Floyd had skills, as they say, skills and stuff like that, the fights for the most part were pretty damn boring, guys. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like I said, guys, to me, Canelo is exciting. He's the face of boxing, but it's exciting because the face of boxing is a finisher, right? I mean, when can we have said that? Think about this. In the eras before, we'll say that before the Canelo era, right? Before the Canelo era, it was the Mayweather era, right? And in that era, guys, the face of boxing was not finishing fights. It was on some bullshit, right, guys? It was on some bullshit. Um, but in this era, the face of boxing's finishing fights, right? And then before, well, we could say Pacquiao was a finisher, but he still wasn't finishing guys in the heavier weights, right? 147, he wasn't finishing guys, and he wasn't always the face of boxing, but he was up there, right? But in regards to before that, Oscar De La Hoya the same way, guys, right? Oscar De La Hoya, he was really not such a finisher, but he was the face of boxing. Before that, who could we label the face of boxing, right? Whitney. Before that, who could we could label the face of boxing, right? We could have labeled Mike Tyson, we could say. So that was probably the last time the face of boxing was a finisher, right? So now we're back on track to where the face of boxing is a finisher again, and it's Canelo. So this is like a historic time in a sense, right? It's exciting. We know when we watch one of these fights of the face of boxing, it's gonna be a finish, right? It's gonna be something to see, guys. It's not gonna be boring. It's not gonna be on some shit, right? So that's just some history about that, guys. Just some history about that, guys. Um, Literally, most times, right? Most times in through history, if you think about it, usually only when the heavyweight is the champion, or when the heavyweight is pushing the as the face of boxing, it's usually the only time there's finishers as the face of boxing, right? Mm. Like I said, during the Mayweather era, it really wasn't a finisher; it was more promotion. During the De La Hoya era, which was extensive, like my friend the Don said, De La Hoya really was in a sense had tentacles everywhere. Like my friend the Don says, right? He had tentacles everywhere. Basically created a lot of these guys that are superstars now, right? Even Mayweather, right? The offshoot of Mayweather, or what Mayweather is part of the De La Hoya legacy, right? Um, Amazing. We don't give the man credit. We don't give De La Hoya credit, man, because of all the shit that has happened to him, right? All the blackmailing, all the shit that we see, right, guys? I mean, the fishnets, the controversies every other day, right? The talking shit about his own fighters, all that type of shit, right? Leads to all the controversies. But the man did his thing, and he was the face of boxing, and actually created a lot of these guys. Uh, it's crazy, right? He has his hands in Ryan Garcia. He has his hands in Deontay Wilder. He has his hands in both the Charlos. He has his hands in man, most of the PBC fighters that were taken, right, with Richard Schaefer. Those were his guys, man. Uh, Julio Cesar Chavez is another one, right? That's the connection right there. That's the other connection, right? When Julio Cesar Chavez fought De La Hoya, it's almost like passing the baton. Although I think in that era, I think De La Hoya was already the A side in that fight, right? Um, but that tells you, like I said, the power of De La Hoya. Power of De La Hoya was what it was, man. uh, but like I said, that was the last. Those are probably the last two fights, or the last two fighters that were the face of boxing. They didn't have any pop. They didn't have any power. It was basically, we knew what we were gonna watch, right? We knew we were gonna see basically a 12-round fight. So that's why I say this era is a special time. We know that Canelo's in there to finish. We know that the face of boxing is in there to finish. And I could only say maybe comparable to, in the modern era, to the Mike Tyson in a sense, right? Where we knew that the face of boxing, when Mike Tyson was the face of boxing, there was a champion that was going to go in and finish fights, right? So that's what makes boxing exciting. That's what makes casuals excited about boxing, when you see guys who are going into the finish, right? Um, even if we go back to Muhammad Ali's, right? Muhammad Ali's time as the face of boxing, right? We kind of think of him as a finesse fighter, but he was always in there trying to finish. I mean, the hell, he finished Foreman, right? Think about how he finished George Foreman, guys. Shit's wild. Shit's wild. The rope a dope and all that. Yeah, he talked about being on his toes. He talked about jabbing. He talked about being on the outside. But the man was a plain killer. Muhammad Ali was a killer and a finisher. What else can we ask from the face of boxing, right? That's what we always wanted. That's what we want. That's what casuals want. They want a guy who kill, out there to kill, as they say, right? Or trained to kill, as they say. Um, so it's just on some random subject, guys. On some random subjects, right? Mm. I'll tell you guys about something else, right? In regards to the history of the face of boxing being a heavyweight or a lightweight, right? Uh, I would think I would consider Jack Dempsey probably, even though he was fighting bigger guys. I think that was probably one of the first guys who was a lightweight. Obviously, Sugar Ray Robinson. And by I say lightweight, I mean a guy who's not a heavyweight, but tends to be the face of the sport, right? But Sugar Ray Robinson himself was a finisher too, right? He was in there to kill. Sugar Ray Leonard, right? With that era when it was Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns, Kronk Jim, right? Marvin Hagler, right? That's why people love that era. The guys were in there trying to kill. These guys were all the face of boxing in a sense, right? Well, actually, that era was pretty damn intense because You look at those divisions, right? Um, and there were still a lot of great heavyweights in that era too, right? So it is what it is. I think that might have been possibly, possibly the golden age of boxing, right, or modern boxing. But right now, boxing itself is back on track to become something that's pushing forward, right? We see the sport growing worldwide, and we see it very popular, right? I think there's a lot of guys in gyms now worldwide. In Britain, it's booming. It's always booming in Mexico, guys. It's just part of the culture. In the U.S., it's booming in certain areas, right? But like I said, this generation, these younger generations, from what I'm noticing, they tend to not want to be in gyms. They tend to not want to be active. They tend to not want to do what a lot of the older generations would do, which is ride bikes, play baseball, play pickup basketball, play pickup football, um, be outside in general, right? Um, so I don't see the sport. I know we hear this term constantly, right? They say the sport is going to evolve. The sport is going to evolve into better athletes. The sport's going to have better athletes. They always say that, right? We're always going to be improving. I say that's bullshit. Boxing itself and many other sports are not going to improve, guys, because you can see these younger generations, they're not going to have the same coordination or capabilities as older generations that were out there riding their bikes daily, playing baseball, um, skating, uh, rollerblading, uh, everything you can think of, man. Even invented games, right? Tag, hide and seek, all that shit, right? Kids used to be out there playing all kinds of sports, throwing balls, throwing footballs, all this type of shit, right? Um, Gaining eye coordination with certain things, right? Now that's just not happening, guys. As you guys probably know, anybody who has nephews, nieces, sons, daughters, for the most part, these generations are stuck inside and they're not doing what people used to do in the past. So how are you going to expect those generations to go in the gyms and have the same coordination that others, right? I mean, you look at Roberto Duran, you think, what do you think he was doing for fun as a kid? You think Roberto Duran was playing video games as a kid? Nah, the guy was probably riding bikes, running around the neighborhood, picking fights and stuff like that, right? So that's why those guys were the way they were. I think boxing is going to become softer and softer and softer and softer and more CTE, more protect the fighters, more all this type of stuff to it becomes a whole thing when guys are basically fighting fully padded and this shit's just getting weak. Let me get Funker dying here, guys.
What's up, brother?
What you up to, bro?
Shit, nothing, bro. I was over at H Money Boxing. We're
Yeah, I
just
was
talking
just
some good topics, bro. But
yeah, I'm just late night ranting, dog. I was just going in on I was going in on think about this, bro. It's crazy, right? Um, Back in the day, motherfuckers would be outside riding their bike,
yeah,
throwing the football, anything you can think of, right? Playing baseball. A lot of these little motherfuckers don't know how to play baseball anymore, right?
yeah,
Um, all this type of shit, right? Um, but I hear constantly, you probably hear it all the time too. They always saying like sports evolving and that boxing and all these other sports are going to evolve and they're going to get bigger, they're going to get better. How's that happening if they're not even getting coordination from ages 4 to 12, bro? Of the shit that people used to do, right? Like I read a stat that they say like 90% of kids under 15 don't even know how to ride a bike, dog.
bro, that's crazy.
It's fucking crazy, bro, right? So how are you
Dude,
saying that they're going to evolve and that there's going to be better boxers? I'm saying it's going to get worse and worse, bro. It's like it's just what it is, bro. We get lied to a lot in the sense that everything's evolving for better. It actually isn't evolving. Like some things aren't, right? Sport in general, right?
yeah, no, for sure.
What did you grow up doing? Playing soccer and shit or what?
Yeah, bro. So we play soccer in elementary, obviously, but middle school it carried over to middle school. Um, we went from playing from a team to playing for the school. The school shit sucked. We got our ass kicked all the time. When we played for the team, like outside of a school team, right? We played for
Mm-hmm.
them. We were way better, obviously. In high school, I really didn't really get into soccer like that. But every time I played, I used to be defender, right? In middle school and elementary, I used to be always defender. But when I got to high school, I changed my shit up to forward, and I was really good at forward, and I was keep making a lot of goals and in style too, bro. Like I even did the chilena and shit a couple
You
times.
serious, dog? You
Yeah,
serious?
bro. But
That's crazy.
some like nothing crazy, bro. Like not hella
How did,
high level
bro?
chilena.
How did they have you as a fuck? How did they have you as a defender, bro? If you know
Oh,
score.
good. This is practice though, bro. No, it's
Okay.
not. It's not during the game. Not during the game. It never
Uh,
happened during the game. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. But this was all in practice.
so
This
what?
is in practice, brother. So yeah, bro. Soccer
How
is
about
cool.
I got a question. How about on the playground, bro? Did you score goals on the playground, dog?
Playground. What do you mean playground?
Like you said you played like just like when you go to school and you start playing in the playground, you see the fucking ball and everybody's playing, right? There's like 1,000 motherfuckers on the field. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, right? And it's
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
everybody's in there.
yeah. Not, but I never played that shit, bro.
No, you never just played like when it's like a recess and they're like everybody go play and there's one soccer ball and motherfuckers are like, well, we're fucking 10 on this side, 10 on that side, and let's run with this shit.
Nah, bro. We never had that shit. We never had
Bro, we
that.
did that shit and I never scored. Like I was like, how the fuck is motherfuckers scoring goals when there's 10 motherfuckers on me right now? You know what I'm saying? It's none of this like, or it wasn't like when I would see like on fucking like TV, I'd be like, wait a minute, right here they have it like all fucking lined up and shit, right? Like motherfuckers like lined up 4-4-2 and all this bullshit, right? But then when you're like on the playground, there's like 10 motherfuckers on you. I was like, damn, this shit's fucking hard. Like maybe I need to fucking play this organized shit, dog.
Yeah, brother.
For real, this shit's it's hard. I never scored one goal, dog. I never scored one goal in any of this what do you call it? Just basically a ghetto fight ass. It's like a pickup soccer game and shit, right? I never scored one goal, dog. It was fucking hard, dog. That's why when
Damn,
you tell me you scored a
bro.
goal, I was like, what the fuck? You know
You
what I'm
trash, brother.
saying?
You should have
You had
made
that.
it.
You had that quick. You had that quick twitch muscle and shit, or what?
Yeah, man, I guess so. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. One time, bro, when I was a little, bro, yeah, cuando juego soccer, way, cuando I'm playing, estoy jugando fútbol, way, playing soccer.
Yeah.
When you're little, right? When you're like hella little, and then, you see your parents are seeing you how you playing. You're like
Hmm.
3, 4 years old, bro. Like I literally got the ball. I see the opponents playing against me. I literally got the ball, and I like I switched up and I tried to make a goal on my own goal.
Shit really
Like,
happened, bro.
yeah, bro, some little kid shit, bro.
Yeah.
That should only happen once, bro. Like after that, you can kind of understand. What the
Yeah, man. It's just when kids do that, like I don't know. So that was the only sport you were exposed to, or what? As a kid, that your parents would put you in shit, or what?
Yeah, just soccer. It was just soccer. They tried to put us on that, but mostly my tias that put my cousins, so they were better and shit. My mom mostly wasn't, bro. But yeah, bro. When they did that shit, it was cool.
Hey, you think any of those fools like in like around the area you played, like you probably know like who was the best guy on any fucking team you had, right? Like you probably who was the best guy, right? You don't need to name it, but you can think about him in your head, right? There was a guy who was like actually the best mother. You're like this motherfucker was like something, right? You think that motherfucker on your team could have done something in a professional level if he had a chance, or one of these like things like that?
That's a good ass question, bro. That's a good question. Uh, man. You know what, bro? You know what? I'm gonna tell you no. The reason why is because I don't hear. You like if you walking around town, right? And then you'll be
Hmm.
like, "Hey," you hear something in your ear, like, "Hey," or like from a family member say, "Did you know that the guy that you went to school with, he actually made it to the MLS or whatever?" Bro,
Yeah.
yeah, we're like actually out over here, bro. We really don't hear that shit. And look, we're in Oakland.
Hmm.
The only soccer team that we have is San Jose Earthquakes, and that's in San Jose. That's the only soccer team we have. You feel me? But in sports too, in general, bro, it's
Yeah.
crazy. You know, through family members.
No cap, bro. No cap. But every time I see some of these like guys like in those like European academies, bro, like European academies, I'm saying they don't have the amount of heads that are in the United States. I think the whole fact is it's just they don't just get guys and put them in a fucking academy and let them work at it, bro. And I was thinking there's a lot of in my own brain I'm thinking there's a lot of motherfucking talented motherfuckers out there who probably don't even know how much talent they have because they never even get a fucking real chance. Like there's that one guy on everybody's team who's like a badass, right? And how the fuck is he gonna know he can be anything if he's never put in a position or like an academy or some weird shit
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
that's
right?
true.
that's why I've always wondered, dog. Because you seen Argentina, dog. I mean, they love playing soccer, bro, but the population is shit, bro. Like it's nothing, bro. Or Uruguay, bro. You know how many people live in Uruguay, bro? And they fucking put out like every fucking neighborhood has a professional, dog. There's like fucking like a million people in the entire Uruguay, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think it's more like wanting and being placed in position, especially in soccer, since it's such a sport that everybody's playing, bro. I don't know, man. Or maybe I'm naive to the whole fact, bro. Maybe I'm thinking of it kind of like in a boxing, right? Where motherfuckers can box, and you don't know, you get your chance, and you might box your way into being a fucking professional, or you might do something, right? Like Maidana or something, right? Came out of fucking nowhere and shit. Uh,
Yeah, brother.
yeah, man. How you keeping up, bro? How you keeping up right now, bro?
No, I'm good, bro. I'm just a little high, a little drunk, but I'm
How
good.
many, how many in are you, bro? How many beers in, bro, or whatever
No,
you're drinking?
man, like, let's see. I was at my buddy's house. I drank like probably like 6 Bud Lights. I came home. I had bought a 12 pack before that. I'm already like, I think I had like 2 more beers in the fridge. So 10 beers in, brother. And
Yeah,
like 3 blunts.
yeah. What is it called? The Bud Light, bro. I hear a lot of people get grief for the Bud Light, bro.
That Bud Light, fuck, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, what do you think about that? People getting grief for the Bud Light, bro. I feel you though with the Bud Light, bro. Like,
Hella rice water.
yeah. Yeah, why do people trip, bro? Like, what's the whole point of tripping over like that? That used to be back in the day. When I would obviously I don't drink no more, but some shit like that I drink Bud Light and all that shit, right? Um, I never got why fools were all tripping like, why don't you take the fucking Bud with a real Budweiser or the fucking you know what I'm saying? I never understood that, bro.
No, that's for sure, bro.
Yeah, it's just a weird ass hating that shit that goes on in life, right?
Is that what you drink right now, brother? Like, you drink Bud Light or what? What you
Nah, hell
drink?
no, dog. What I drink mostly, bro, keeping it real.
Yeah, yeah, keeping it real for sure.
I have a clean lifestyle, dog. Like right now, I just like if I
Oh,
drink
that's good.
anything, yeah, I drink water, bro. I drink like anything with no sugar, dog. I'm not trying to have no like fucking like sugar in my system or too much sugar. So I drink a lot of like drinks that have no sugar, even if it's what's that shit called, sweet and low type sugar. That's what I type of drink I
Yeah,
use.
for sure.
Um, top of the morning, I usually have coffee or have like a Rockstar. I buy a lot shitload of Rockstar, shitload of Monsters to keep me up top of the morning, bro. I don't know if you do that, bro, or you drink coffee or what.
Not for sure. Yeah, so definitely, bro. Like the whole that's what I remember when well, I don't want to put it like this. I want to start here. From what you're coming from. Major Key said he was taking melatonin, right? He was in your live last time, and I
Yep.
asked him how many milligrams, right? And this has to go with what I'm about to say right now, right? And I didn't get a reply, right? Which is cool. But I think for melatonin, the most milligrams um, recommended, right, from the help from the doctors is 2 milligrams, right?
Hmm.
Anything more than that, you're just pretty much um, when you wake up, you're just gonna feel more groggy. You feel me? You're gonna feel
Yeah.
more tired. You're gonna feel more like dehydrated, sleepy, not like that. So to be honest, in melatonin, all you need is 2 milligrams. You don't need too much, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, brother, shit like that. And just go back to damn, bro, I lost my point. I ain't gonna lie.
No, that's on some shit. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I
it
didn't
was
know that people,
interesting.
bro. I don't. I've never. I've obviously been recommending melatonin shit like that, right? To like take. But I've never like been on the melatonin. Like lot of the shit I take is like shit I've taken. Obviously, like have I told you about Tonkat Ali, bro?
Yeah.
I told you about Tonkat Ali.
No, go ahead.
All right, that's a supplement. I would recommend that one, bro, for you. Like, especially since whatever you take, bro, take a little bit of Tonkat Ali, bro. It's like a natural herbal supplement.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
that's a decent one, dog. It gives you more energy. You gotta take it a little light, though, bro. Like probably like a half a capsule. It's usually sold in capsule forms and shit. Uh, yeah, you take a half a capsule. Yeah. Like the one thing else, I think I already told you this, right? A lot of the fucking like the fact that you know the 2 milligram for melatonin, bro, that's perfect, dog. That means you experienced. You probably took it on already, right? You found that out by just taking it, right? But the doctor's recommendation, but also just taking it and feeling it in the morning, right?
Yeah. You could just tell the difference, bro. It's like a no
Yeah,
brainer.
bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. See what I'm saying? So that's what I like. I like guys like that, bro. I don't like when I hear someone tell me something about like a substance and shit. I like it when they tell me when they use it, bro. Like a lot of these doctors, dog. Like my sister's a doctor, bro. I'm keeping it real, right? Like they all get the same they all get the same script, bro. And basically every human's not the same, bro. Like two for you might be what it is, but for somebody else it might be a little bit less, right? Um, that's why I like hearing what people say, especially in dosages and shit like that. I might look into getting me some melatonin. Is that the only one you use, or what? That natural shit, or what?
Yeah, to go to sleep, bro. I just smoke weed. To be honest, to melatonin, I haven't used it. But to
Yeah,
be honest, I want to. I have used melatonin before I smoke. So put it like this: if I'm not smoking that day, I'll resort to melatonin. And I'm not gonna say I did this for years. This is just like happened to be a couple months ago, right? So I can talk about this, right? So yeah, so put it like this: so if I take melatonin, it would definitely have to be 2 milligrams, nothing more than 10 milligrams, right?
yeah.
So yeah, brother. Besides the melatonin, just smoking weed, right? Just smoking weed, but the melatonin will be 2 milligrams, nothing more.
What type are you on?
Uh, we like what type melatonin?
No weed.
Oh, the weed. Oh, the Blue Dream.
Oh yeah. All right. Um.
Mm.
So that doesn't make you like it doesn't make you fucking paranoid or any of that shit, dog.
Nah, nah, it doesn't. No.
Yeah, man. Some people's like
Some does though. Some does. Like not
yeah.
like it will get you paranoid. If you start out smoking weed, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Obviously, it never happened to me, bro. But I've seen some people get like real paranoid with that shit, bro. I think you and I talked about the story. I think you and I talked about the story of when
Oh shit, bro. Go ahead, go ahead.
we seen guys on the fucking on the math and shit on the yellow. Uh, That's when you see someone really tripping out, dog. They're right there. Everything's a booby trap. Everything, 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 everything,
Yeah.
everything, everything, everything is like something is in the
Oh,
wall,
bro.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Something's in
Yeah.
the wall and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Bro, I walked in. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. We were right here having last year, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, bro, I had like I was living in an apartment, like a studio, right?
Yeah.
And there's some fools next to me, bro. Like this was on some gangster shit though, right? These guys were like all like addicts, and I would say like they were selling, but you know what it is. A lot of you guys sell, but they're actually doing it themselves, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So when I'd roll in, I'd have to go like it was like a dual like three or four like apartments, but you'd have to go in through one like entrance on the side and shit, right? Um, so I'd go in, bro. I'd be like going in, bro. And one time I like walked in, bro, and there was blood all over my wall, dog. Like literally, like fucking like it looked like someone just
Yeah.
yeah, someone just it looked like someone just like cut their whatever the hell and just put blood on the like blood all over the place. And
Come
then
on.
the yeah, bro. And then the guy literally told me that he's yeah, man, there was some guy who like was knocking on the door, and he had a pizza, and this was the guy. Look at this. He had a pizza. He had a pizza, and I know he was a vampire, so I got him and I started tapping him up. I was like, bro, I was like, this is wild. I was like, I didn't say anything, right? But obviously, there's no we back then. I mean, obviously to this day we ain't snitching out here, right? But that's what happened. I
Yeah.
was like, bro, this shit's crazy, right? And then that same guy was there, like that same guy and his brother. When I pull into into like the parking space, there was like a part that had like sand, bro, like hard sand where it wasn't like blacktop, right?
Yeah.
The guy was like digging like it was there like a 5 foot hole, dog. 5 foot hole, bro, right? Like 5 foot, and he kept on going. He had the beer going, he had everything going, right? The music going, just 5 foot hole, bro. I'm like, what are you doing? He's I'm creating a booby trap because they're coming to get me. I'm like, who's coming to get you? He says the vampires. I was like, what the fuck? So you know what I'm saying, right? So it's what it is, bro. That shit's crazy, bro. That shit's crazy, dog.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
That's
That's the
cool.
worst one, I think, bro. I think that's the worst one for fools to get on, bro.
Yeah. Not for sure.
Yeah, man. Everything else is like whatever, but and then also the teeth start falling out, bro. Fools' teeth start falling out. It just gets wild, bro. Especially
Have,
chicks. Chicks don't get on, shouldn't get on any of that shit, bro.
Have you ever seen like the Reddit stories, like on YouTube? The Reddit stories, like hard, like on some like shit like that, talking about like scary events that police
Nah,
officers have encountered.
nah, I haven't seen that. What happens on that, bro? It's
Yeah, it's like
like cops and shit. It's like cops used to be, or what?
it's not really cops. It's just like channels that speaking like pretty much the whole the story from some anonymous person
Mhm.
that brought into Reddit. So you have this whole YouTuber that's dedicated to like reading like creepy stories off the fucking Reddit and interpret it into an imaginary picture for you to imagine right in your head. And it's
Mhm.
interesting. It's just like out there, bro. It's interesting. It's a lot of people out there, bro, doing drugs, doing some crazy shit, some rituals, bro. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, man.
The rituals, bro. Man, God forbid, bro. Like God bless you, bro, and everybody. That whole negative energy is kind of crazy, bro. The rituals and shit.
You talking about the rituals or withdrawals, bro?
No, like the rituals, bro. Like the negative energy, bro. Like the bringing you
Yeah,
down and shit like that.
yeah, man. It's yeah, bro. Like it's you're right, bro. Negative energy will bring it down, and that's why I tried laughing a lot, bro. I tried bringing up stories, I guess, but it does. This is kind of sad, bro. Like it is kind of sad, bro. You probably seen some fools like who ruin their whole life with like certain things, right?
Yeah,
Like shit like that. Bro, sometimes I feel like even changing up this like whole YouTube shit, dude, and doing some like stories and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just doing some
bro.
stories.
Me too, bro. Like yeah, like not for real, bro. And
Yeah.
it's be like shit. It's be like shit that that actually happens, but nobody
Mhm,
really talks about it. But it's
mhm.
like some shit that you don't want to touch bases on. You know, it's kind of weird,
Yeah,
brother. But yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
I might do that, bro. Like some. It's just a lot of it is self snitching, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's another thing, bro. You don't want to just self snitch on yourself or just say shit like that, right? But there's a lot of shit that I could say on this shit. It's pretty fucking interesting,
Like
bro.
maybe shit that Richard Ramirez. We never heard about Richard Ramirez,
Yeah, I know,
the
Richard.
killer, right?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Oh shit! You told
That's
me,
a joke.
bro.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke, bro. That's a joke. That's a joke, bro. Yeah, but I remember Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, right?
Oh, dude, I thought you were fucking. You an asshole,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, but that's Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, right?
Yeah, that fucking the Night Stalker. Yeah. Yeah, the Night Stalker. So, yeah, bro, like shit like that, having insight on that type of guy. Um, yeah, but then putting it on YouTube. Yeah, shit like that catches a lot of attention all over the fucking, especially the United States. Because who doesn't serial killer, bro?
Yeah.
It's like news catching. Like it's like people as soon as you put those serial killers on the loose, it gets everybody's attention.
I got one for you, bro. I got one for you right here.
Go ahead, brother.
You
Go
already,
ahead.
you already entered the subject, bro. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
You know this. This is funny, right? This is kind of funny, right? I told this to one of my homies one time. You know the serial killers don't exist in Mexico?
And why is that?
Well, because they just blame everything on some other bullshit. Like literally, they never come out and use the I un
Yeah.
matado.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what
Yeah,
you
you know
mean.
what I'm saying? They just fucking like, oh, someone disappeared. It must have been the cartel. So fucking someone disappeared. Oh, it's the cartel, right? Fucking
Yeah.
50 kids disappear on the bus. It's the cartel. People go through the border. Oh, it must have been the cartel. Like literally, the whole like,
That's so
it could be,
fucking true, bro.
yeah, they could literally like be a whole serial killer out there, just like murdering chicks and everything, and all doing all kinds of weird shit. But there's never one. They never caught one in Mexico. Never existed, dog. Which is makes it make doesn't make any sense, right? We know that they literally exist everywhere. So how is it there's not one that has never existed in Mexico, bro?
That's true. You know
That's
what?
what I'm saying.
You know what pissed me off?
What?
Oh man, when they, you know, look, I get it,
Mm-hmm.
right? I get it. We have to have protection on the border and shit,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But when they separate the whole children with the parent and shit, and then those kids get lost or they end up dead or whatever, that's just
Mm-hmm.
crazy, bro. How can you go through that as a parent?
You know what the crazy thing is?
Yeah,
They never even have documentation on them, so they disappear them, and who knows what happens to them? Like
yeah,
literally. You don't even know what happened to them. And I heard that there's something else that anybody can go pick up one of those kids. That's what I heard. Anybody
Yeah,
can just go and act like you're the what's that word? What's the word called for not necessarily the parent, but you're the guardian, right?
yeah,
Um, it's crazy, dog. Like, I don't know if you heard about this. You ever heard about that shit that happened by the border where it was like, by the way, this number's insane, bro. I don't know how someone does this, but it happened like in an expedition. They fitted like 38 people, and that shit crashed and it killed everybody inside the fucking expedition. Like
okay.
38 people, bro, died in one expedition. Trying to cross the border. They crossed the border, obviously, but then they went into like a highway and they all died, bro. They crashed on some shit, right? Um, whole point about that is how is that not? How come there was no outrage about that, bro? Literally, when do 38 people die in a mass killing like that? And it's not even fucking like national news, bro. Like
For
literally
real. We should be
stop.
laughing at that type of shit, bro. How the
Yeah,
fuck they had 32 people in a fucking expedition?
yeah, that's
You know
another
what I'm
one because
saying?
a lot of them were kids, bro. That's the
Because it's
point.
like shout out to El Pinche Chispirin. You feel me? The fucking the clown, bro. Because I mean, these guys, these Mexicans be taking their jobs, bro. And it comes back to like why we take all the jobs, bro. And it's true. We take all the jobs, bro. So
Mhm.
like it's crazy, brother. So yeah, man, spit that shit because you was dropping some knowledge.
Yo, bro, sent. They say, you know what? The other thing, I'm gonna ask you what you think about this, right? Notice a lot of the jobs that people do now, like obviously guys don't know how to even change a tire. Guys don't even know how to like use a fucking hammer. Most people, right? They don't know how to do
Yeah,
anything. And then notice everybody says they want to send their kid to be a doctor. All right, so how the fuck is everybody gonna be a doctor and a lawyer, and then obviously go to college and like become whatever the fuck with computers, when we know damn well that everything's gonna be robotic. So you're gonna have a bunch of guys who are smart that don't know how to do shit, and the only jobs that are gonna be left are like jobs that are manual or electricity or shit, basically shit to build or to basically what's that word called? There's a word for it. Trades, right? That's what I'm kind of worried out in the future, bro. Like a lot of people are misguided in that sense. Like there's gonna be a lot of trades open, bro. Right now, there's a lot of trades open as it is right now because people can't even feel it, bro. They can't even feel like if I would go looking to hire somebody like for some type of like HVAC or something like that,
yeah.
the typical HVAC guy, bro, is like fucking 48 or some shit, bro, because no new guys are coming in learning the fucking trade.
No, for sure, bro.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
And
bro.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's what it is, bro. It's like no one's going into learning things that are. I mean, learning is cool, right? We all learn, but you can learn on your own shit, right? You can't have 100. That line, bro? Where they say you got 100 chiefs and no Indians. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have real.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You got
Yeah,
100 cheese, but you ain't got shit
yeah, bro.
in
This
that
this is
one, brother.
also. I'll go into another field, bro. Like law
Yeah,
enforcement. A lot of guys don't want to go into law enforcement no more, right? Um, because it's tough out there, bro. It's tough out there, and I feel everybody who's in law enforcement, bro, because it's tough, bro. Especially if you're Hispanic, bro, because um, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, guys. It's wild out here, bro. Especially in California, man. Especially where I'm from, Southern California. Notice no one wants to get in law enforcement. I've never been in law enforcement. Maybe I should have done that, but it's what it is, bro. I couldn't be that, right? So it's what it is. But those
yeah,
are
man.
easy jobs. Those are easy jobs for the community, bro. Those are easy jobs for the people for the especially the Hispanic community who love justice, bro. Because they don't get justice in Mexico. You don't get justice, but if you can implement it here, at least you get a little justice. That's why during those riots, bro, all those like riots that happened a couple years ago with the anti everything, anti I don't even know what they were at some point, right? They're just anti everything at some point.
Yeah.
Notice you didn't see a lot of Mexican motherfuckers out there.
Nah, man.
Mhm. They're for
It's
the most
crazy,
part.
bro. They're trying to like put a fast one on us.
Mhm. 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 But it's because Mexicans, for the most part, they don't want to see what's that word called? Desmadres, bro. Even if they're hood, bro, they don't want to see desmadres, right? They just want to live their life and shit.
Yeah, bro. Está
Where were you
cabrón.
going? Where are you going in on H Money's channel for? What were you going in with, bro? Hey, Boxing Algarete. My boy Rapid, he says, my boy Rapid, don't sleep. Good morning, bro. Salute to you, brother. I just saw this right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I don't sleep, brother. I don't sleep, keeping it real. I sleep like 4 hours, 5 hours a day.
Damn. Nah, brother, but I ain't gonna lie. It's getting late.
Yeah, I'm about to cut it too, Algarete, because I'm out here. I already did like a 45. I just was up and I wanted to talk a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But have you seen Algarete's channel, brother?
Yeah, I have.
Sir,
Yeah, I have.
yeah, it's fucking, it's the shit, bro. It's the shit. I like it. 'Cause I think he's one of the only like he's one of the only bilingual ones that I see, bro. I don't see the other ones, bro. I think Boxing Algarete got it down, bro, because he knows how to he knows how to he got some funny shit too, bro. So
Yeah.
yeah. So we're about to cut it, bro. Hey, salute to you, Sergio, for coming on here, bro. I was just gonna cook this shit late night, just like rant on some other shit, but it is what it
So,
is, bro. So we're out of here, guys. We're out of here, guys. Salute to everybody who came through. We're out. Salute to Boxing Algarete. Subscribe to him, guys. If you guys see this on the back end, we're out.